Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the program. My teeth look great again. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is a show. My name is RJ. I'll be wearing underwear as I am wearing it, and I'll be continuing to wear it as I make coffee and talk to you about life and other things. First, let's get a look at these. It's weird. Navy blue and orange. Odd color scheme. What is that? Denver Broncos? Big Broncos guy, you know me, but they're fun and I like them. And I think they're nice and hip, and so are my hamstrings. So I think they're good. Yet, there was a small hole here, and I thought, pish posh, no matter. I'm going to put these on. I put them on, I went, and then here we are. See, Art just said it in the chat there. Navy and orange is a most interesting combo. It's not something you would assume goes together. It's very, I don't know, something my grandfather would wear, that kind of combination, something that would be fleece or something. But it's not that bad. And then the hole in the side here is actually a lot of fun. Maybe I could put my finger there like, "Ooh, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Heating up, that's my cattle there, heading up the trail. And one day my railroad will run right through this town." Like that kind of thing is nice. Let's talk to people. Well, hi, Jessamine Duke, who got up early in the morning to be the first person to comment. That's incredibly sweet of you and kind also, furthermore. Heroine says, heroine, try not to say heroin. Miss Filipina Americana and the Heartbreak Heel Print. Well, you're just full of secretars, aren't you? RJ Ramos said, "Yo, the pro gamer is here, or was." Yeah, maybe Jasmine Duke popped in, got the well high. She's like, I'm not going to watch this guy's shit. So at least I can be first. Let me get in and get out. Leo said, "Do you have really long hair because you're an avid fanatic of rock bands such as Nickelback?" No, because I'm a big fan of Buffy St. Marie. She had that hair, and I saw it on the TV, and I said, I want to look like her. And it's getting all gray, and Buffy Town, here we come. Sean said, "Good morning, everybody." Leo said, where'd Leo go? Or am I more of a Fallout Boy guy? I already answered this question. I look like a big old... I've had falling outs. I've had falling outs with men of any age. Nails is watching the ads. It's very kind of you. Steve L.A., or if you're in France, Steve La, says, "Good morning, everyone." Or it says, "Ripped underoos, classy." But they ripped today. So I'm like, I'll make it part of our journey. Val said, "Liked." Oh, thank you for liking the video, Val. That's so sweet of you. As you can see, we have 35 people watching and 12 likes. Go fuck yourself. I always try to like the video before it starts so I can change it to a dislike partway through if it upsets me. More impactful that way. Val is really Caesar. And at the end of the episode, I'm going to look at her and she's going to go like this. Or go like this. Clarence said, "Hi, RJ. We need to tweet to Cash Wheeler and Dax Howard of FTR. We need them on your show, buddy. Keep trying. One day it'll happen." Spot Center said, "Holy, holy, holy." Oh, voice of Mike Myers. Holy, holy, holy. I'm getting it. Aaron said, "Good morning, Sunday, friends." RJ Ramos said, "How is Van Velzen doing?" I don't know. That guy is a menace. By the way, I believe if you type in Danhausen on the Instagram search filter, you will get a Danhausen face filter thing that somebody made. It was incredibly sweet. He's no Van Velzen, though. Velzen. SM said, "Normalize holes in underwear." Well, you already got, that's the other. Do you have a hole in your underwear? No, then how do you put your legs through? Kimbo Grand said, "Hi, RJ. Heels and Quads." Said, "Good morning, everyone." It's a leg-based wrestling podcast. Who's got the best leg scissors in the biz? Ashley said, "Good morning, RJ. I made espresso." Well, good for you, Ashley. It's nice. You know what I've been doing in the morning sometimes? French press. And I may do it. Maybe next week I'll do it. I have a little bit of French press left, like maybe this much. And I'll make an espresso. I'll put them together, make a little mini red eye in tribute to my dear departed friend, David Arquette. He's not dead. We were together at one time, like a year ago. I haven't seen him in a year, and then we had to depart. I haven't seen him in a year. Nobody's seen anyone in a year. Michelle said, "Hi there. Hope you all had a lovely Thanksgiving." Of course, it was in Canada, so we just had a Thursday. but it was a good one. RJ said David Arquette is alive still. Not only is he alive, he's sending me gifts. You can look. A couple days ago, I got a mystery box from him filled with shit. Poe Girl says, good morning, everyone. Nail said, David, did you find out the steer artist yet? Rob is currently searching for you. I don't know if that's in reference to. Art said, also, did the 5 o'clock Canadian chat, this is more than 5 o'clock. This is about a week. And I'm going to get rid of it at some point because it's, I don't know. It's fun. I go, well, that'll be fun. And then I see it, and it's not so fun. Jordan is present. Like the video. Beard looks great. Hair looks great. God bless Hulk Hogan. Laura said, my son had my phone to watch TikToks and came in with his loaded mommy, RJ sitting in his underwear again. Like I'm some sort of streaker at a tennis match. That guy, I mean, you're the one watching it, clicking the link, take some ownership for that. I'm not knocking on your door, sitting on your porch in my underwear like a crazed man. I'm putting it out there for anyone who wants to watch. And Lauren, you want to watch. Own your choices. Matthew said, keep up the great content. Have you seen Hamilton? What are your thoughts? I just think they sing too fast. Goes too fast for me, and I can't understand all that they're saying. And then I have to go back and read the lyrics and go, well, that was very good. There should be a slow... You know how in Vegas, they'll do like a 90-minute version of the Phantom of the Opera? Because they just want to, people to take a break in between gambling and stuff. It's the abridged version. I want the longer, slower version of Hamilton. Neil said, I think there's a Warhorse filter too. I'll tell you something. A friend of mine made a fuck RG City one and then Instagram blocked it. Leo said, we finally got You Cannot Kill David Arquette in the UK and loved it, but I don't know which part disturbed me more, David wearing a sock on his penis or having to briefly hear Piers Morgan's voice. I had no recollection that there's a Piers Morgan clip, number one. Number two, it wasn't a sock. It was a special apparatus just for covering the male genitalia. Not a sock. He's not a sophomore. Speaking of, David Arquette joined the chat and said, I'm dead inside. You're dead on the outside, too. Get some color on your cheeks. Lauren said, I'm a Sunday favorite in the house. Big Andy T-Man said, morning, RJ. I'm a new subscriber. Love your videos. You have inspired me to do the moves. Well, once you do them, Big Andy, you also have to keep doing them, too. So it's a long journey ahead of you. Kim said, do you like hot chocolate or hot chocolate and coffee together? I would really just rather the coffee. It's like a children's version of coffee, and that bothers me. I like eating chocolate. I don't like drinking meals. Does this make any sense at all? Val says, hi, David. SM said, the drive-in wrestling show I contemplated attending had the wrestlers inside the building and the audience outside. A concert was included and the singer was outside, paid for the live stream, and it didn't work. Well, they tried their best, and so did you, but it was not meant to be. Dear Lord. Pogirl said, Shadow looks good to me. Thank you. Oh, Nail said, I meant street artists. It doesn't matter now. Nail, the time has passed. David saying hi to everyone. He's alive. Nail said, heels and quads are here. RJ, congratulations on being inducted into their Hall of Fame, the Cobb Salad Wing. Who would you like to thank other than me? Well, since nobody's given me one fucking Cobb salad, nobody. It's a real, it's a Hall of Fame in theory only. Brodzilla is here saying, your muzzy looks almost good as mine. Looking good, handsome devil, morning citizens, and hello to Brod. And go enjoy his fine YouTube videos too. Matthew says, great answer, thank you. Art said, that's going to be RJ 40 years from now, knocking on strangers' doors in his underwear, looking for coffee and conversation. I used to be big, but then I only had 25 likes, and it all went downhill. Positively E said, hi, RJ. Rob said, the lesbians from Two Doors Down asked me to see if you're still okay. Relatively speaking, I'm okay. Because ultimately, in this great swath of difficulty we seem to be under, no one is okay. But relative to the unokayness we're under, I'm doing all right. I hope that makes sense. I hope they're doing okay. Spot Center said, your opinion of Fozzie Bear. Was he lazy? Where was his Netflix, Comedy Central, HBO special, Waka Waka? You know, it's interesting. I was thinking about this a while ago. For anything special where they spotlighted people, obviously you're going to spotlight Piggy and Kermit. But anytime they had to go weird, they always went with Gonzo over Fozzie. And you think Fozzie's so lovable. Why didn't he get a comedy special? Muppets in Space, the movie that David Arquette was in for some bizarre reason, is really a Gonzo movie. It hinges on his character. And you think, where is the Fozzie? I will say Fozzie had some good turns in Muppets Take Manhattan and the Muppet movie, the original. But, yeah, you think they would lean into him more. I'd like to talk to the Henson people and maybe the Beretta brothers. See if they know everything. Leo said, have you ever seen the movie where Will Ferrell can cure people with his penis? I haven't, and I haven't even heard of it. Wow. It's called Healing Touch. What's the name of it? Please let me know. He'll say, we need a speech, RJ. Help us out. No? Okay. Yeah. No. Positively, he appropriately uses the David emoji. Jordan said, I happen to believe in your words, the echo of Hamilton is bigger than Hamilton itself. That happens when things get very popular. Mainstream culture just goes more. And then you think something is so amazing that no matter how good it is, when you actually see it, it'll never quite meet the expectations. That's in the cell, and it's unfortunate because it doesn't speak directly to the product. Nell said, doesn't David tan an affection sock? It's not a sock. It's a little velvet pouch. Ashley said, don't forget, every day is also WrestleMania, so point to the sign, any sign, every sign. Adam said, have you guys seen the Da Vinci guys who are Canadian twin wrestlers? You're speaking of the Voros twins. I have, I know them tangentially, and they seem like delightful people. David said, still dead inside, and that's the important thing, isn't it? Neil said, Adam Moore said, the Voros, yes, we talked about Crossbody Pro Wrestling Academy said, hello, Mr. City. No questions, just miss you. Hope you're enjoying your coffee. Have an amazing day, and rest in peace, David Arquette. Aaron said, won't drink chocolate, but will drink butter. Got it. Yeah, but it makes it... butter is not a meal or a dessert. Nobody's just eating butter. Actually, I've eaten butter before. Heels and Quad said, somebody super chat him a Cobb salad. Positively, he said, kept the fish. Didn't last week I said, yeah, this will be gone. And then I guess I had nothing to do this whole week. And here we are. Val said, RJ would always be welcome at my door for coffee and conversation, even if I'm alive in 40 years. Well, that's optimistic, Val. Thanks. Leo said, how long before we can get a women's wrestler called Pamdemic? If it didn't happen now, it's going to be too late when we're back to normal. Red Dog said, I don't care what anyone said. I like Ready to Rumble. You and just you. Positively E said, I had a friend in college who watched Muppets in Space every day. Jeffrey Tambor's in that movie. Hulk Hogan is also in the film. Quite a cast. Michael said, Fozzie was so underrated. Yeah, I do believe he was. SM only video that tweet. Leo said, the Will Ferrell penis film is called Come Alive. Better title than mine. Adam said, are you a fan of those houses that construct elaborate holiday lighting outside and set it to music? No, because if I was trying to film this, imagine if I lived next door to those houses and all you hear is some MIDI file of silver bells. David said, my penis doesn't heal people. That's for sure. I don't want to say your penis makes people sick, but it certainly doesn't help matters. Rob said, if your penis could cure people, what would it cure people from? The desire to inquire about the healing powers of people's penises. That's what it would. They were, oh, God, sorry. That was really wrong of me. I apologize. Positive E quoted me saying, actually, I've eaten butter. David sent a goldenrod request. Oh, that was for a virtual Cobb salad. Well, great. Now I can get myself a Cobb salad. Thank you. And you can maybe get to the doctor about this whole penis thing. It would be great if you could, yeah. Speaking of, I will say, I did send a Christmas gift back to David. It's on its way as we speak. So be on the lookout. This is the best. I don't have to text you. I can tell you. I put my name on it. So you know it's from me. So that way you don't open it thinking, oh, it's something important. You get the hell is this? You know it's from me because it has my name on it. Neil said, what's your favorite Christmas decoration? Can we get a photo or picture of your tree when it's up? Yes, I'll post it on the YouTube community thing. I just like lights. Normal, simple lights, and I like smelling the tree. Is a tree a decoration? Maybe, maybe not, but I like smelling it. SM said, RJ, you're already drinking coffee? No, this is a water. I do have to get to work. I am going to get some pressing. Give me one moment. Michelle said, on Thanksgiving, I got a call from the realtor informing me I got the house. I say, once it gets warm and lockdown's over, RJ, come to do a live remote coffee program from Ohio. I have Cobb salad. And then we can hit old wrestling on the way. Get everything out. Birds and stones, and congratulations to you. A literal housewarming. Nell said, I once met Ben Stiller, and I was so starstruck, I told him I watched Dodgeball every day. It's really a rip-torn vehicle. Positively E said, I'm pro official here and pro ready to rumble. Everyone's congratulating Michelle. Po Girl said, I've heard of laying on of hands. What? Spot Center has a request. If you could sing I've Gotta Be Me as Sylvester Stallone, I might wet myself. Once I saw you sing that as your entrance. Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong. I don't do a Sylvester Stallone. There's this thirst in this world that keeps me strong. I gotta be me. I gotta be me. Who else could I be but what I am? I'll go it alone. That's how it's got to be. If it's not right in this world, it's not right for me. I've got to be me. I've got to be me. Maybe check if I could do Stallone first. Willing to try to do it or die. I've got to be me. That was way more normal than Sylvester Stallone has ever sounded in his life. Nevertheless, big fan of his brother Frank. David said, my penis kills. Hashtag penis shark, which is an actual movie. And stay tuned for Penis Shark Week on this channel. It's going to be a hoot. Nails said, he admitted he throws salads in the trash. Who are you talking about, Nails? Are you talking about me? Jesse said, oh, that's sweet. Adam said, it's going to be me and Sync. Oh, what? What? Love some Stallone boy? No, that's a different song, as you've heard now. Patrick Broom said, hello, RJ. Hello, Patrick. Jordan said, Jimmy King is one of the most quotable characters of all time. You give me what's mine, you slimy ass freak. SM said, can David film the unboxing as well? I don't know about that. Kimbo Grand said, what's your favorite Christmas holiday treat? I don't like eggnog. I like some brittle. I like things it's like once a year I'll have a bite and I'll go, I don't want that. And then it'll take me a whole year to forget. Like eggnog. I'll have a sip once this year and go, ah. SM said, phew, I thought I had missed the coffee pressing. You have not. Positively, he said, is that your Andre impression? I think so. I think it is. Panda's grandma said, oh my God, what did I walk into? Some bearded villain has taken over the underwear show. Yeah, this is a real villain Velzen. Adam said, laying on hands as a way to pray for someone physically. What are we talking about here? Nell said, punch yourself in the chin and see if you can do Stallone again. I should go to the dentist. Michelle said, thanks, everyone. Y'all get your tickets booked to come to Ohio in August. I have plenty of room for a live studio audience, and we can make a caravan to older wrestling to watch RJ Metropolis. It's just like old wrestling, but older. David said, you start a sly Stallone impression with, hey, yo. Oh, that does work. Hey, yo, I gotta be me. Then I've lost it. Anytime I have to do like a hard consonant, I lose it. Nicholas said, wrestling anytime soon? Hey, Nicholas, have you picked up a newspaper in the past 10 months? Panthers Grandma said, is Stallone famous for punching himself in the chin? Well, for sounding like it. David said, Dick Shark in a box. Dick Shark in a box weeks. Dick Shark in a box week. There we go. Coming soon to this channel. Oh, Val has a 60-second scene. I'm an annoyed anthropomorphic zebra being dressed up as a reindeer for a wacky Christmas scene. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. And here we go. Wacky anthropomorphic zebra being dressed up as a reindeer for a wacky Christmas scene. What's this? Oh, what are these ears? Oh, great. I can't see because there's no mirrors in my exhibit. What? They're antlers? Oh, great. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm a reindeer. Well, isn't that cute? And the polar bear is going to be what? A polar bear? Yeah, that's great. Need I remind you guys that this is a zoo and you have actual reindeer? Just a thought. You have deer too. You have caribou. These people are from Ohio. They don't know the difference. Just put a red nose on them and say, there you go. But no, we got to take it way too far. Does it even make any sense? Why would I have antlers? The stripes are the thing. That is the defense mechanism. I've built it up over and scene. Great work, everyone. Spot Center said, everybody chant squat press. Oh, yeah, I should get squatting, making a little. Oy, I almost lost the. Okay. Here we are here. And here we are there. Nice hardy press. Nice and smooth. And we're getting deep. You know. There we go. I'm feeling it now. And I have difficulty getting back up. So we're just going to pause. And then we're going to press into the heels. And there we go. And the mug I'm using today was a gift from a dear friend who has a podcast. And the name of the podcast is, oh, I have it here. This is it. Actually, her name's Jenny. She talks about, well, it, actually. And the mug here says, this is coffee, actually. As if it were somehow implied. Oh, I've ruined it now. If it was somehow implied that I was drinking alcohol or something, which I wouldn't have been doing. It was like, of course this is coffee. But I will say, this is huge. Look, I can look at this. This mug is very big. Too big for coffee, might I say. So you want the coffee to be hot normally. Good thing it's cold brew. It's just so wide. I feel like I used to drink soup or stew out of it. Nevertheless, I'm going to attempt it. If I don't like it, it's squarely her fault. Putting a little bulletproof in there. Opening it up, there we are, having a time. Hold on. There we go. Let's give it a hearty pour, shall we? Oh, yeah, look at this thing. It's so wide. How do I drink this? I feel like it's just going to go all over my face. And to add to the powdery mess, yeah, see, this is bigger than a normal cup of coffee. This is crazy. It got a little stevia. Excuse me while I beat the shit out of it. Just going to drizzle it on top. And there we are. Now that all the powder is in the air. Look at how good. What an adult. Adults put garbage together. Jeff said, do you have a Judd Nelson impression? Yes, I just disappear for like 13 years. Leo said, what about a promotion set in 1578? And then we can go back and just do the cavemen. Revenge said, nice beard and mustache. Is this a sign of a more dark and grittier RJ City? Yeah, haven't you noticed the change? Nicholas said, I get my news from The Onion. Sometimes at this point, I feel so bad for satire because it's like, sorry, reality beat it. And you can just, it's very hard sometimes. It must be. And they're like, how are we going to write around this? What is the spin on this? Blue Meanie said, congratulations on escaping that David Lynch wood panel nightmare basement you had been streaming from. That's my David Lynch impression. Thank you, Blue Meanie. But some people say you're not that mean. Oh, yeah, everyone seemed to enjoy the zebra thing. That's nice. David said, my performance in C-Spot Run was crap. Well, now you're just stating things. Spot Center said the zebra is way better than Stallone. I agree. Panzer Scammer said, why is the zebra so annoyed? Revenge of Be Credit said, what are your thoughts on Ariana Grande not wearing a ponytail anymore? How is it sitting with you? Well, I'm keeping mine. And I think that's the important thing. SM said, so glad Thanksgiving is over. I had to cook the entire meal myself this year. My family loved the turkey and kept asking for the recipe. Didn't tell them since they're obviously not going to cook it themselves. That's so annoying. Just enjoy. That's a great movie. How did you make it? Just let me see the script. It doesn't work like that. Stop asking people for recipes. It's about the person. Michelle said, hey, did you just call me stupid? Just because I live in a cornfield does not mean I'm dumb as a cop. And she's talking about corn. Of course, not the salad. Positively E said, RJ needs practice twerking. No, I don't. Jack said, hey, folks. Heel said, I once had an argument with Frank Stallone on Twitter over Bruce Springsteen, of all things. We agreed to disagree, and we ended it respectfully. He's a tough but fair man, Frank Stallone. Poe Girl said, C-Spot Run, have to check it out. Everyone tonight, go watch C-Spot Run. Rumblefish said, you should bring out some mugs as merch. I have some. ProWrestlingTees.com/RJ City. And now I want an apology. Panda Scammer said, okay, who's going to donate? I'm not working for anyone. It's blatantly not what I do here. Neil said, can we hear Van Velzen's entrance song? It's my favorite. I pop every time I hear it, and I always sing along. Velzen. Yep. Yes, we can. Let me take a sip of this, and I'll sing one of my favorite songs, Van Velzen's theme song. Good morning, Velzen. How are you today? I'm doing fine, Velzen. How are you, Velzen? Not so bad, Velzen. The weather's fine, Velzen. The sun is out, Velzen. And my name is Van Velzen. I'm waking up, Velzen. I'm getting out of bed, Velzen. I'm sitting up in bed, Velzen. I'm putting on my slippers, Velzen. Walking to the bathroom, Velzen. Brushing all my teeth, Velzen. Looking in the mirror, Velzen, because my name is Velzen. Van Velzen, he's our man. Velzen, he's our guy. Velzen, he's our boy. Velzen, Van Velzen, he's our man. Velzen, he's our guy. Van Velzen is. What a guy. Velzen, what a man. Velzen, what incredible strength he has. Velzen, look at him go. Velzen, look at him run. Velzen, look at him hit. Velzen, he's hot shit. Velzen. That was the Van Velzen theme song. And boy, we love it. When it hits, people are on their feet. Good morning, Velzen. Everyone, they love it. People love it. He's a menace. He's a great one. Spot Center said, nice, not the Today Show mug. Yeah, that's a different rainbow. This is like a hand-drawn, I guess this is a rainbow. David said, wouldn't be the first mess all over your face. I don't even know what that's implying, but I'm okay with whatever it is. Neil said, panties, Velzen has that effect on people. That's for sure. Oh God, I've missed so much. I got carried away. Val said, adults put garbage together. Sounds like my last relationship. Fun fact, didn't last. It's okay, Val. We're going to get through it. Adam said, who's your favorite wrestler whose character had defined or trimmed body hair? I remember Prince Albert doing some interesting designs with his lush fur coat. Actually, my favorite was Hulk Hogan when he was a heel, like years and years and years, like before, like maybe it was late 70s, had this weird heart shape shaved into his chest, and it was not. He clearly did it himself. David said, maybe your babyface character has a beard. See, that's the opposite here. But is this a beard? Do you hate me, or do you just feel sad for me? Leo said, 60-second scene of you on a date. You accidentally farted, and you're now trying to desperately draw attention away from it. Here we go. On a date, farted, drawing attention away from it. These pipes in this place is old and rustic and weird, and things are creaking, and that's part of it, though. It's restored, and there will be odd. I think I heard something else again. I heard something else that was similar. That's calamari for you, huh? That's good. You like it? I love it. Take a whiff of the calamari. Let me put a little more lemon on it. Oh, I'm sorry. I got some in your face. I apologize. Please forgive me. Let me put it down. This place, the pipes in here, sometimes it rattles. The building is so old, but that's how you know it's good. The chef is good whipping stuff up, and sometimes he'll just steam broccoli and just waft it out. He'll just to get people. It's a palate cleanser for the nose, and then you're ready for the next course. Swell guy, rustic place, beautiful, not cheap either, and I will pay for it. I assure you, I will pay for all of this. And scene. Well done, everyone. Michelle said, David, you can come to my house too and do a guest spot on the coffee show if you're unavailable. If you're unavailable, I have just the wall for an Arquette original painting. Oh, wow. Michelle's taking donations. Blue Meanie said, hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Blue Meanie sounds like David Lynch now because I've now conflated the two and I can't stop. Spot Center said, ever been on a party bus? Yes, 2 or 3 times. And I hated it. And it seems highly dangerous. I always think if there's a crash, this is a disaster. It's not going well at all. Adam said turkey or ham. Turkey, no question. Not one for the fattier meats. David's just, is that for Blue Meanie, the Blue Hearts? David said, I once got kicked out of my club for getting into an argument with Julian Lennon. I know this story. You have told it to me. And it is one of my favorite of your stories. It's if someone was like, can we encapsulate David in just like one story? I would say that one comes pretty close. It's kind of a perfect story because you're so well-intentioned. And I'll tell you something, the greatest person in my life is me. And the greatest person in your life is you. That's the important thing. But let's just collect the stories one day or just come on the program and we'll have a story time. It'll be like a therapy session. Spot Center said, when was your last long bike ride or a childhood story of riding a bicycle? And do you know Queen's bicycle? Not really. I don't really ride. For the longest time, I had no idea how to ride a bicycle. I literally learned, oh my God, maybe 5 years ago. I finally was like, all right, and then it finally started working. I'm like, and that's it. Like I'm doing it and it's annoying. And it's also a lot to worry about. It's this machine and it's not fun. And then that was it. Leo said, David, was it because all of his music is extremely disappointing? No, not at all. Oh dear Lord, I've lost my place. Jordan said, Van Velzen really is a true heel. Neil said, hope everyone sang along to the Van Velzen theme. What a menace. Aaron said, can't wait until the day we can hear a whole crowd singing along Velzen again. Ah, yes, back to normal Velzen. Revenge B. Craig said, you still a heel? Or did I just go through an emo phase? That's up to you to decide. Caitlin said, you ever made a video showing off your mug collection? No, but I feel like I put up a different one every week on this program. At least I try. No, there's been a lot of weeks where it's the same. But I do have a mug collection. I'm going to take that under consideration, Caitlin. Red Dog said, Airheads was another good movie that David was in. Yeah, but Michael McKean was in the movie, so I feel like it just cancels it out. Rumblefish said, I want to watch John's that David started and kissed Elliot Gould. Adam said, Hogan Knows Best, Lessons on Manscaping. Maybe Brutus did it. Val said, Airheads is my favorite David movie. It's really a stretch to call it a David movie. Chris said, Airheads has a great soundtrack. Nail said, these pipes. It's not his first smelly rodeo. Hale said, I think Terry's heart-shaped chest hair worked itself into a shoot. Rumblefish said, I think my favorite David Arquette movie might be Never Been Kissed. Even though you wrote Never Been Kisses. Eating those mayo tubs in the canteen where we all had a good laugh. May you rest in peace. Big Andy said, I've seen the Hogan chest hair design on YouTube. I think he was going for an atomic bomb design, but it ended up looking like a cock and balls, which maybe could heal you if you touched it. Spot Center said, who chopped you the hardest? The guy I used to wrestle in Mexico for a while and wrestle here a lot. His name is Rico Montana, and his hands were just thick. He had thick hands. So it wasn't a hard chop in like the traditional like woo sense. It was a hard chop like it felt I got punched in the chest. Like ooh, like that kind of thing. Adam said, have you ever seen Modern Family? The husband and I are streaming it. Which characters do you connect with? I only like when Fred Willard is the grandfather, and that's it. Pando's grandma said, broccoli calamari. I'm worried about your farts now. See? SM said, we'll never think of steamed broccoli the same way again. Nail said, guys, you're going to make them cranky. Talk about your favorite RJ Coffee episode. Rumble said, this is my first RJ Coffee episode. Made a solid choice to start watching. Yes, thank you for joining us in episode... We must have passed 100 episodes. I feel like this. I have to look back and see when it actually started, but we must have. Panda's grandma said, favorite RJ episodes are always the one with the horse. SM kindly reminds you to press the like button. Oh, look, Blue Meanie and David are going back and forth and enjoying each other. David said, nothing worse than having to take a shuttle bus to a party. Not a party bus, but equally trapped. I like those like travel buses though. When you would like, you're a kid on a field trip and you would go to Washington or something. Those were fun to me. The party bus is just gross. Like, you know when you're in a doctor's waiting room and you could feel the thickness of the air of the people who were sick before you? I can feel the air. It's like the ghosts of people who partied here before me. Val said, I'm always a sober person on a party bus, giving instructions to the bus driver. Someone's got to do it, Val. Controlling the songs, making sure drunk people don't fall. You're the producer, and it's so needed, and you are the person who makes the party great, not the drunk person. Leo said, you ever been on Jimmy Wang Yang's party bus? No, I'm not in the area, and I don't think he's going to come pick me up, but I would love to, and I'd like to ask him logistical questions about it. Rumble said, I was introduced to RJ by seeing him smooch David in You Cannot Kill David Arquette. Left an impression for sure. David's kissed 2 men on film, me and Elliot Gould. Nail said, my favorite coffee episode was the first day Jack started the 60-second stuff, and he did amazing cranky faces. I must have actually been cranky. Spot Center said, there's American pickers. Are there Canadian pickers? Okay, there's literally a show called Canadian Pickers. And it's 2 guys, I swear to God, in cowboy hats. And one's taller and one's shorter and has long gray hair, but they both wear cowboy hats. And I guess they're maybe from Alberta or something. And their names are Sheldon and Scott. And that's that Canadian accent thing. It's weird where it's almost like a British person trying to not sound British. I'm Sheldon, and this is my friend Scott. And we'd like to look around your backyard if that's okay. So, and then they go and they find like the saddest. It's mainly just like, oh, this looks like a nice hand-carved canoe. And like this literally all they get is like hand-carved shit. And, oh, this is very interesting. This would do very well in Montreal. And they're like obscenely Canadian. They always have to like remind you that they're Canadian. But Yeah, you have to look it up. I love how SportsCenter was like, I'm going to make this a joke bit. And I'm like, no, this is real and worse than you think. Leo said, if you got signed by WWE in 2006, do you think you have been put in the Spirit Squad? I would have loved to have been the head coach, like an old grizzled cheerleader, and say, guys, we really got to get this routine together. Come on, everyone. Let's take this seriously. Michelle said, yes, I'm taking donations of any kind. I left behind at the terrible place I was in, but my clothes and a few sentimentals. It's good to be minimalist. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And I'm feeling good. Adam Morrison wants Mankind in the Boiler Room singing Steam Heat. Steam Heat. Is that how it goes? Steam Heat. I can't. I'm going to ruin my voice. Steam Heat. I got Steam Heat. I got Steam Heat. I got Steam Heat. And then there's beautiful piano music. Have a nice day. Steam Heat. And so the steam is coming out of the... I hope that works for you, Adam. Dear Lord, you're a sick... Not quite what you were going for. It's not going to quite reach the heights of Paul Lynde as Paul Bearer. And my deepest apologies. I got steam heat. Isn't that right, Brother Paul? Oh, that's right. You masked freak. Oh, yes. Kimbo Grant said, were you ever starstruck meeting your favorite wrestler? Yeah, so I was a kid. When I started wrestling, I was just like, can we get this over with, please? Please. Who was I like? I was like, oh. What? No, the Roddy Piper. I was starstruck meeting him. And Brett. But also I ended up like working with them. So like it's like you go like, oh my God. And then you're like, oh shit, we have work to do. And there's even more pressure. And then you're just like, you're into the work. And then you're like, okay, you're just a human being, right? We're all just human beings. David said, ghost party. That's fun. That'll be fun. Let's get all that. David and I also have it on the books. At some point, we're going to have a seance for Jerry Lewis. Caitlin said, when you did the draft for La Boom, did you ever have to do did you have to do research, or did you know all the sitcom names by memory? I actually built a reference sheet because I had to communicate to my partner, Evan, who I was referencing. They were actual, like it was a legitimate code system. It was like my version of Klingon. Panel's going to say, yay, horse. Thank you. I'm in the middle of watching the extended Lord of the Rings movie, and I'm taking a break for RJ because, to be honest, better content and a little shorter. Neil said, we aren't counting episodes. How are we going to do an anniversary special with guests and flashback clips and canned laughter? I did a 1-year anniversary little clip thing, and I must have tweeted it out. And then I've completely lost track of what time that was or when I had started the show. I feel like I had started this February, I want to say 3 years ago at this point. Dear Lord. Adam Morrison is there a reality show competition you'd think you'd kill it on? There was a show called, it was called That 70s House, maybe? And it was on MTV. And you had to live like you were in the 70s, no phones or anything. And you couldn't say or do anything that wasn't in keeping with the time period. This was the premise of the show. Couldn't have your phone or couldn't say like, oh, let's, whatever. Let's open your laptop. Like they would kick you out. So, and I think the show only lasted maybe one season. I was like, I want to get on this show. Because all I would say would be, hey, yowza, for everything. And I would win. I would just make a point always to say, hey, yowza, for absolutely everything. So that was the one where I was like, shit. Caitlin said, also, the party bus is worrisome because alcohol is a blood thinner, which feels like a dangerous combination with a crack. And that's part of the thrill of the bus. Positively E said, I can feel the ghost of people who partied here. Oh, you're just quoting me now. Super said, will you walk on my back? And the answer is absolutely not. Nail said, I want to be on a show called Canadian Pickers, but I want to pick Canadians to do things. You from Edmonton, mow my lawn. Would you rather face Bull Nakano or Aja Kong? Bull, only because I have a rapport with her. I picked her up from the airport once. She was a delightful, sweet woman, even though she could rip my head off. Val said, adding grizzled cheer coach to my list of RJ personalities. Adam said, you performed Steam Heat way better than my high school performance. Please get me a copy. Nail said, RJ would be great on a show where people need help telling their talentless friends they need to give up on their Broadway dreams and get a real job. Poe Girl says, we used to do routines to Steam Heat in dance class. Dear Lord. Nail said, you were starstruck by Roddy Piper, but also sat in a hot tub with him? That's confidence. Well, he told me to. It was his idea. Nail said, RJ would have to research the wrestlers rather than the old Hollywood stars. Leo said, when you were younger, did you want to be the WWF European champion or the WCW television champion? I thought the television championship always seemed cool. I was like the champion of television. Like that seemed like something that was enjoyable to me. Glenn said, you and David should do a watch along of the day the clown cried when it becomes a event. We should do a cry along, really. Or I think a cringe along. Jordan said, Lord of the Rings, more like Long in the Tooth. David said, let's do the seance at the Magic Castle when the world opens back up. Or if we can find his house. He lived in Vegas. I don't know if you want to knock. I feel like his family is still there. Excuse me, you mind if we have a seance in the backyard? I would love to know. You must know someone who would know. Did Jerry go to the Magic Castle? Maybe. Johnny did. But did Jerry frequent? I don't know. Spot Center said, ever been on a sleigh? I'm saying the percent of people on an actual sleigh is very small. Not a fake one. A fake one that didn't work and was not in the snow. Like a non-functioning one. But yes. David said, great show, Celebrity Seance. But isn't that what Rob Zabrecki has? Crossing Over, whatever that show is. Everyone at some point type in. That's actually my favorite thing that David has done is the seance with him and the delightful Rob Zabrecki where they tried to contact Randy Savage. You guys can type in David Arquette, but then Rob Zabrecki, R-O-B, like Rob. Zabrecki is Z-A-B-R-E-C-K-Y. The only thing David did that I liked. David said, celebrity ghost party. Let's pitch it. George said, my wife is the same height as Van Velzen, and that's why she's such a menace, Velzen. I'm your wife, Velzen. That old catchphrase. Michelle said, I got a little starstruck the first time I met RJ. It was ridiculous. But now, after meeting him so many times, I got to his table last. I got to meet Danhausen. That was interesting, Hausen. Swell guy. Yeah, a little weird. Alley Cat's here, and she says, and if you want fun, hip sweatpants that have words on them that you can't say outside of the house, go look at Alley Cat's merch stuff or put the link or something. It's fun. It's good stuff, and I'm proud of you. Spot Center said, I heard someone confuse Zsa Zsa Gabor with Ava. I hate when that happens. I once confused Ethel Merman with Ethel Mertz. What a fool I felt like. Val said, I've never met RJ. Hopefully 2021. Sure. Jordan said, Canadian Pickers. I'll take 2 from Kitchener. David confirms all my assertions about Rob Zabrecki. I love that guy. I saw him at a concert, a punk tribute concert. I was like, who is this strange man? And then my friend, Paul, was like, you got to watch this guy's stuff. And I was just like, this is the best person ever. I'm always weird. You know when you get starstruck by people and they're not necessarily like these giant stars, but I'm just like, oh, I think you're great and weird. Neil said, oh, I just remembered Tubi, a free streaming service app where you have to watch ads with your movies, has Monster Brawl on it now. So enjoy, everyone. Leo said, do you know that Joe Rogan does TV in the UK but goes by the name of Jeremy Clarkson? I did not know that, but it sounds like a hoot. Chris said, I was supposed to see Danhausen here in Portland, Hausen, but well, you know. Oh, I know Velzen. That was a good pandemic summer. You go, well, with everything that's been going on. David said, I stole his idea and didn't even realize it. The shame. You've done that multiple times. Nail said, panties, I'll be calling for Danhausen weird. What? I'll be calling? What? Ali said, I've never met RJ either, and he refuses to admit it. I call bullshit. I'm sure we must have met at some juncture, at something. It must have been like, I don't even think we shook hands, but maybe it was just like, we're acknowledging that we've seen each other on Twitter. We just go, Daniel said, Ava was the Green Acres Gabor. Jaja was the bitch that liked beating cops. But Jaja, I went to her husband's birthday party. That's how I remember the Gabors. Positively E said, RJ sells nice PJs. Yes! People have been getting their anxiety sweatpants and hoodies and tights, and they look delightful. Jordan said, just like Chelsea Green wanted Mick, she owes him money. Daniel Price said they spoofed it in Naked Gun with her slapping the siren. Oh, that makes sense now. Caitlin said, what's your favorite merch you have ever made? I mean, I like some of my shirts. I do like the anxiety sweatpants, and I'm excited to get mine. I think they'll be fun. I don't know what else. I like stickers and pins. No, one of my favorite shirts, and I forget about it every year, is the 1975 RJ City Christmas special shirt. That one I enjoy the most. David got starstruck by Mel Gibson before all the nasty behavior. And then you're like, then you feel bad. Don't you feel bad for liking the person even though you didn't know all the bad shit? Like, none of that happened. But then when it happens, you're like, shit. Like, John Cleese is an asshole online now. And I'm like, fuck. And then you're like, are my senses off? You know? That's a shame. You got to stick to the ones you know are good. Annie Lennox, Carole King, Carol Kane, Carol O'Connor. Some of the best. Daniel said, Apocalypto is a damn good movie. Gibson did well on that one. Alley Cat said, this just in. RJ admits to big leaguing others. That's bullshit. It was an acknowledgement. That's not a big league. That's an even league. We're in the same league. Val said, RJ, big time city. Leo said, which male wrestler legend do you think sleeps in male plaid pajamas? Sleeps in matching plaid pajamas. Mick Foley. And they are just the things he wears throughout the entire day, even when he goes out, and then he just goes to sleep. Nails wants an RJ pin. Panzer's Grandma said an RJ patch would be nice too. I have room on my denim jacket. A patch. Dear Lord. What is this, 96? Dingle Price said pajamas on a hanger match. The first person to disrobe and neatly hang up their PJs on a coat rack wins. Sloppiness is a disqualification. Michelle said, you ever meet a fan that made you starstruck? For real. Ever meet someone and get satisfaction of putting a face to a name? And they'll be like, damn, that's what they look like? The worst thing is when people are like, hey, man, you remember me from Twitter? And then he'll show me his Twitter. The guy's got a fucking profile picture of a car. I'm like, sorry, can't place the face. And also, like, I will not recognize people that I tweet with all the time because the profile picture is like this. And so you never really see the person's face. And so I recognize, for example, Leo Montfort there. The background is like this. I could not pick out your face just from that picture. because it's small and like the background is a beach, and like so you'll have to be standing in front of a beach with a water line and stuff for me to go, oh. David said, yeah, all our heroes are heels, and the true heroes are the worst people. Leo said, Honky Tonk Man sleeps in the nude. That's why he stays cool, cocky, and bad. Val said, I always really liked Hal Sparks. Then we got into an argument on Twitter because he said the term child-free sounds pedophilic, which makes no sense. You lost that spark is what happened. David said, you need a Dear Lord shirt. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear God. Oh, I think Oh, dear God is Frasier. Dear Lord. Yeah, but I think people, maybe it'll sell well in the Bible Belt. Allie said, how did you not get booed out of the building for the hole yet? Oh, Allie is talking about this hole because I think people have sympathy for me because they see the strife that I'm putting myself through for others' entertainment. Just hanging out. But like a cool, just waiting on the corner. What's going on? SM seconds that I need a Dear Lord shirt. Nail said, right, I'll write fuck Mark Ruffalo on my nails if I ever come to see you. That would be great. Heroin said, tell me, are Gildar and the Egyptian guard you played evil or good? The Egyptian guard was definitely evil. And to my understanding, on that episode of My Babysitter's a Vampire, he's dead or they broke the curse or something. Gildar isn't evil. He's just dumb. Jordan said, you can't forget what I look like. It's like Anton LaVey and Aleister Crowley had a child. So that's always just sitting right in the back of my head. Positively, he said, RJ big timing Twitter followers. Wow. David said, do your underwear have holes? Yeah, a glory hole. That's not what a glory hole is. There's no glory in that hole. Leo said, would you wrestle for that weird Vince Russo Christian promotion? Depends what my character was. If it was just me and I'm like, what are we doing here? Then absolutely. Val said, in these trying times, maybe RJ is having a hard time getting better underwear. You think about that? Alec, you think about that? SM said, imagine being as useless as the coffee maker in RJ's kitchen. This is like if I need something more substantial quickly, but this is like my art. Michelle said, my favorite is The Undertaker cried at his farewell. The final one? Think it's his actual retirement this time? Yes. What an exceptional performer he was. Sorry, Twitter. Well, no, the Instagram ruined him for me. That was my bit. It was just like, you had me until Instagram. Positively, E said, I requested the diesels with holes in the back. David said, I took your joke and stole it. Again, the shame. You just live in it now. You're wallowing in it. Adam said, what would your idea be for your ideal cinematic wrestling match? Oh, that's called a movie. I don't know. Maybe me and Michael McKean, and we decided that wrestling is beneath us. And we go for a stroll, and we do some antiquing and have a nice brunch, and then he hits me with a small package. I think that would be my ideal match. 3, 4, there we are. There we are there. Do a little, and we're gonna, oh, that's nice. Isn't that something? This is gonna be good. Tomorrow morning, I'm setting the intention for the next day. Right? That's enough? Think about up. Okay. There we go. Set it there. Put the lid back on here. David said Bischoff lives, which is apropos of nothing. Chris Robinson said, what does RJ stand for? Well, as we all know, it stands for Raul Julia. David owns a club and doesn't know what a glory hole is? Yeah, David, what the hell? RJ said RJ stands for rim job. That's the alternate. Nail said, I'm the only person. No, I mean, it's not. It's a farewell. You know, it's like a Bob Hope thing. Bob Hope had a big final farewell. Good thing Bob Hope didn't leave when we all had Twitter. Daniel said, spin that into a new movie, Arquette the Plagiarist. A dramatic tale of an idea thief who meets the end from Pile Driver into Hell by Albert Einstein's Ghost. Oh, David has a squash fetish, and I'm going to indulge him. Neil said, RJ stands for all of us. Daniel said, I got mad respect for what The Undertaker did for the business all the way back, making Mark Callis. Yeah, he was mean. Chris Robinson said, I was thinking that, but didn't say that. Well, I'm thinking that I should squat for David, so he's happy. Let's get one last look. Thank you to my friend Jenny, and a nice mug from her podcast. This is it. Actually, let's get a final look. Let's enjoy us. Whoa, those are a little low. Look, I'm going all the way down. Just for you, David. Oh, Jesus. Godspeed. And God bless.